Hello. I believe we might still be in the trail end of adverts for anyone that is getting those. So I will give those a couple of seconds. Welcome in. I'm a little under the weather today, entirely of my own fault. I had a little bit too much to drink tonight, but soldiering on with the stream, and I'm sure it will go wonderfully. I had a few things that I wanted to do in between streams, and I have made a little bat emote, which I think anyone that's following will have access to. I drew it myself, so please be kind. I know it's a little bit janky. I'm not very good at drawing, but I wanted to do it myself rather than letting some AI vomit something out. And I don't really know what I want yet to commission someone to do it for me. The other thing is I've adjusted some of the settings for how my model moves. Hopefully it'll move a little bit more with me. I've hopefully improved some of my audio. I realized the noise filter was cutting off some of the starts of my words, so I hope that I have improved that as well. And what was my other objective for the week? I need to remind myself. Oh yes, I should have set up a bot that will warn me when the ads happen this time, rather than having to keep an eye on the clock. We'll see if that works. That's very difficult to test. I also noticed that while I was offline, we broke through the follower goal. Again, this seems to happen every time I set a goal and then we hit it in between. I think this is because my last TikTok really took off this time. I don't know why. Some of them the algorithm really likes, others less so. But yeah, so welcome in anyone that is new, that is has joined based on that. Well, without further ado, let's switch to the game and try and get started. So last time I had some issues because we were constantly having problems where our duplicants were running out of air, or they were getting too hot, or all sorts. And it was very difficult to solve those in a permanent way while I was continually dealing with the in-the-moment problems of it all going wrong. Hopefully this time, get a little bit of breathing room and try and sort out our oxygen and heat problems in a more permanent manner. So I've just got to remind myself exactly what we were doing. Let's take a look. So we have our coolant system here outside of our very hot oxygen machine, but we can't turn it off because that is when everything starts going wrong. We have the oxygen machine is producing plenty of oxygen. We are mostly oxygenated now, a couple of little areas where it's low, but certainly better than we have been. We have somewhere down here, yes, here, I built an algae distiller, trying to get more algae so that we are not so reliant on the one machine providing all of our oxygen, since that went wrong when one of the water pumps sucked up too much water. This should now be connected to a saltwater geyser. Yeah, here we are. A little bit concerned about some of this normal water and polluted water on top of it that keeps dripping down from the melting ice. It is rather a problem. So we will have to take care of that at some point. And then we were trying to build a new machine here that is a different design of this one. Now, I deliberately didn't look up exactly what I'm doing for this design because I like to try and work it out for myself, come up with my own solutions, but you know, using things that I have received help from other people. And so we will see if I can design something that can get the hydrogen and the oxygen separated, because that's the main thing. And we're building it down in this ice biome because this is very cold. So hopefully when we introduce a bit of heat from our kind of electrolyzer and stuff, it won't suddenly overheat everything because we're doing it in a nice cold place anyway. And then we'll just have the problem of pumping the oxygen back up into our base rather than, obviously, when we're producing it in the middle of the base, we don't have to send it anywhere. We can just let it freely move out. Although, on that subject, given that it only pumps out into this one little bit and it takes a while to diffuse, maybe it wouldn't be too bad to have some pumps moving it around the base, but then that kind of offsets the benefit we were having by having it completely open machine, which is much easier for it to be power positive. So yeah, a lot going on, trying to keep on top of a lot of different problems. So yeah, hopefully we will find it a little bit, we will get it a little bit under control this week. So we're complaining about insufficient oxygen generation, but only minorly insufficient. So I think that's not too bad. We've got some flooding. Yeah, so this design, which uses a kind of water lock. I was trying to just replicate what I did before. Keeps getting messed up by the ice melting into it. So this is no good. And I will disassemble this at some point. I think maybe not quite yet, just because I don't quite know what I'm doing, and it seems a waste to spend time disassembling it. We'll clean it up after we have solved our more pressing issues. So here we're trying to build one that's going to use the fact that the hydrogen it produces rises, because it's much less dense than the oxygen, so it should rise. And then we're building with insulated tile, hopefully using granite. So that was the other thing I discovered last week. I had been continually getting in problems where they were shipping resources from elsewhere to build things here rather than using the resources that are locally available. So this is hopefully going to be a lot better. So the helium will rise. Hydrogen, sorry, not helium. The hydrogen will rise, collect up here, and hopefully that'll mean it'll form a layer at the top that will be hydrogen only. So more hydrogen will move into that. Gradually fill down here. Is that the premise, perhaps? Let's try and make it one wide. So we're kind of relying on the fact that only one kind of gas can occupy a tile at a time. I am wondering, though, how are we going to let people in for maintenance? Which could be its own challenge. Excuse me a moment, I'm just going to take a sip. So, I'm not clear on how this gets maintained. So maybe if I build some, we might take these out again later, but some construction scaffolding, as it were, might make this a little bit easier to maintain, get around. Oops, I am forever doing that. Cancel these ones. Okay, let's set everyone going. Let's see what's happening. We are at 0 kilograms of algae yet again, actually. I should have paid attention to that. So we will need algae. Do we have... see all our resources. Do we have slime? Yeah, we have quite a lot of slime. How can I make sure someone is... That's awaiting delivery. I have bumped that up to 6, so someone should be doing that as a priority, I hope. Here we go. Someone is putting some slime in. Yes, here we go. We've delivered some slime. And it is now emitting polluted water into my polluted water circuit. It's producing a little heat, but it is emitting algae, which someone can come pick up. Great. Slightly annoying that it's in the... Oh, I know that we've got a missing research station. That's fine. I worried there was a red thing. So we have a... Yeah, it's slightly annoying that this is in the restricted zone where people have to wear Atmo suits. It does make doing anything in this area slower than I would like it to be, because I only have 2 Atmo suits at the moment. But the Atmo suits do at least mean that people are... oh, why was that a problem? Did we spike the load, perhaps? Or is it the cold? I have seen the cold damaging some of the components sometimes. I mean, it won't... Yeah, cold damage, there we go. So it won't be a problem when the machine is operational, because it's very warm. But, yeah, we'll see. Algae... Are the machines being set up with this algae? Is that where we're going now? Breathability is 96%. Oh, new printables are available. I should take a look at that. So, oh, I do need fertilizer. I don't have a way to actually make it at the moment, and I really don't want people breathing on my oxygen. Look at Hassan over here, breathing up my precious oxygen. Let's have none of that. So let's get the fertilizer, please. And then we do have some skills, but I have problems with my people being upset. I swear, every time I open this game, it decides it's going to be, it's going to want a different UI scale. Sorry, excuse me, because otherwise I can't see all the bits I want to see. There we go, that's a bit better. Right. So, you are already unhappy. Let's not make you more unhappy. So are you. You're very unhappy. You are happy. You could be taught something. I think... Let's start pushing into exosuit stuff. I think I need everyone to be getting some exosuit training to offset the penalties from being in exosuits. You're unhappy and stressed, you're unhappy and stressed, you're unhappy and stressed. You're just about okay, but this would put you over. That's not great. Okay, let's hold on to that for now. You are already stressed. Very annoying. You're just about fine, but learning any of the useful skills would probably push you over. So let's not do that. Especially rocket piloting, which we don't need yet. We can't build rockets. Why let anyone pilot them? Oh, I am in the middle again. I always forget that. Sorry, I was blocking the whole screen this entire time, but I have sorted that now. Okay, so let's see if we can get everyone making stuff. Yeah, let's get you going. Yeah, okay. We're going to need some cables for it. hope that was gold amalgam already. So I want to build it from gold amalgam, not from copper. There we go. The gold amalgam is kind of native and found in this area. So that's why I want to do it that way. Okay. No liquid intake, of course. That would have to come from this machine, which is the one that makes the fresh water out of the salty water. It's a desalinator. So let's cut through here so that we can lay a pipe from that machine. This fluid situation is kind of annoying. Breathability is dropping a little, which is not great. We're a little bit net down on oxygen. Can I change the material of this? Oh, it is made of gold amalgam. Something else was made of sandstone that they were repairing. Maybe the pipe. Oh, I see what's happening. The salt water is sitting in the pipe for too long, freezing, and causing problems. And that is where the actual damage is coming from. So I see. Yes, that makes sense. As if it freezes, it'll rupture the pipe. Is probably what's happening here. Let's do granite pipe. Just down into this. And let's turn off this overlay. There we go. And I need a gas pump in here somewhere. I think we want another little thing. And then we can make the gas pump out of gold amalgam here. And by being lower than this, it will not pump out the top section of hydrogen. That's, I think, what I am aiming for. So, getting this built, our breathability is sitting steady. It's a little bit low. We need some gas pipes. Where are we taking this hydrogen? Let's see. Where would we want this? We need to... Oh, I do need to close that off, actually, eventually. I am going to deconstruct the ladder, because we're going to need to put in some more tiles there. Gas pipe out of granite. I've messed that up. Where are we taking this gas pipe? Over to this? That doesn't... Don't actually know where we're going to build our hydrogen power plant. That's how big is it? So weird that it changes. There we go. Okay, so it's pretty large. We could just build it in this spot. That might actually be quite convenient. So in that case, I need to... That's a little bit... Oh, that's a little bit of this away. Build a little more of this. Was that the correct amount? Yes, here we go. So I can now fit the hydrogen generator. And then this actually wants to connect there. Yeah, we'll build that. I will use the scissors to trim it a little because we are going to have to get rid of this other gas that's sitting here that's not very helpful. I need to leave a too high space actually if I want them to be able to get out. So I think perhaps actually deconstruct that one. Yeah, this door I've really lost the plot on. Yeah, insulated tile in there to close it off, and that should be roughly correct. And so, how am I supposed to vent out the existing gas? Where do I connect this to? No, they're going to destroy that because I can't go through there. So, perhaps up here. Am I allowed to build a gas vent on top of... No, I'm not. Okay, let's connect up like that. Yeah, it's not the best use, but we'll do it badly first and we can always improve later. We don't have to make this perfectly first time. So we will connect up these. Is the electrolyzer... It's not running because the desalinator's not running. Okay, okay. I was concerned that it was about to power on and I didn't know what I was doing with it yet. Yeah. Still getting a little cold damage of stuff, but I think we should have that sorted soon. Pipe is almost connected here. I am going to need to do a pipe disconnect on this part, because I can't have non-hydrogen being pumped into the hydrogen generator. Which makes me think maybe I need one of those weird gas switches. But let's try without because they cost power, and I'd like this to be hopefully power positive, but at least power neutral. Okay, great. We're getting the wires connected. We've got the pipes connected. We are nearly ready to see what this does. And now we might find that it causes us more problems than it solves to begin with. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let us connect on the power overlay. If I do this and connect them, the machine is complaining it's out of power. Okay, are we trying to run too much power through this. What's the deal? Why are we having power issues? We are on what circuit? Let's have a look at our power. I see we're all connected, everything through this one. Which reminds me, this has started producing natural gas. This vent is over pressure. Interesting. Which is presumably backing up. But the generators are running. In fact, it may be that I should have some more controls on that, because they'll just be running at full tilt the whole time, because I don't have a little battery for them to be turned off and on at the correct times. Part of the problem with that is I don't have room for a battery. And everything there is kind of slime lungy. Gross. Okay, look. How is this going? Are we going? The electrolyzer is at max gas pressure. That's not good either. How are we going to fix that? We need to evacuate. I need to do a trick on this vent, I think. So, if I put a little bit of liquid here, like I believe I have, some salt water, hopefully, that I could put into this. And then we can put a little drip of water into this, over this vent, which will fix the overpressure through the weird physics, because the vent should see that it still thinks it's overpressured. Why? So you should see that there is the salt water that is not overpressure, rather than that there is gas that is overpressured. What is going on? The gas vent is still overpressured, but it doesn't look like there is any gas in that tile. I wonder why that is. Very odd. I don't actually know why this isn't working. Because if this can start evacuating pressure into here, it might be a problem in its own way. Let's seal it off so that we're pressuring. Alright, you know what? I need to do this smarter, because they will absolutely wall themselves in and do stupid stuff. So. Oh, it's not out of sandstone. I keep making this mistake. Out of granite, please. There. Thank you. We are getting a little bit of motion. We still think we're overpressuring. Oh, because the ice has frozen. The water is frozen. That's not... Yeah, these weird overpressure tricks are proving difficult when all of my liquids are freezing. And you are building yourself into a corner. What are you doing? Are you going to be able to get down? You're not going to be able to get down if you build that one. Look, we'll cancel that. Just stop it. May, welcome in. Good morning. How is your day going so far? I hope you are having the productive day you were hoping to have. I am trying to get a different design of oxygen machine going. And it's so far not going super smoothly. I am, but this spreadsheet is so large. That probably indicates that it's a useful time to have a spreadsheet. If the spreadsheet wasn't large, then that would be some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like spreadsheeting for the sake of it rather than because it's important. You have some sort of like a, I don't know, spreadsheety self-gratification. Right. Why are we... This is not going as I planned. I am the type of person to spreadsheet for the sake of it, but yes, it's large because it's necessary. Yeah, spreadsheeting for the sake of it can be fun, as long as you are not a finance person making your spreadsheet my problem. Yeah, it is good that it is worthwhile and organizing. I mean, I am forever tempted when I have some of these things to make a database for it, just because I like databases. So I'm always like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if this was a nice relational database that I could do lookups on? And then I'm like, no, don't do that. That is way too much work. This salt water is at... It comes out at a decent temperature. Okay, good. I was worried that it was going to be hot salt water heating up my base. But thankfully, the fact that I forgot to insulate the pipes as they go through here has turned out to be fantastic. Even if it is causing problems in this bit. I wonder if I replace these bits with insulated tile. That will keep it warm enough that I can keep the little tiny dribble of water in there that I need to be in there. Because at the moment it is just a problem. And all this snow, as this gets hot, is going to flood my machines. We'll deal with that when it gets to it. How are we doing for our oxygen? I am forever concerned that we're going to run out now. But we seem okay for the moment. Oxygen doing well. Nothing going horribly wrong. This thing has started producing its hydrogen, but we're not vacating this area well enough. So I think we need to get rid of the polluted oxygen that is causing us problems, which was also the problem with the previous design. Very hard to handle the cold. It's actually throwing off a lot of this design. Yeah, and you're complaining about max gas pressure. Well, I will try and sort that. It's too cold, yeah, so it's... I keep having problems that either I'm trying to use a liquid to do something and then that liquid freezes, so it's too cold, and I can't do the weird overpressure trick that I think AttenSync, or maybe someone taught me to do an overpressure trick by putting a little bit of water in front of the vent. But if it just freezes and turns to ice, then that doesn't help. But up here, this one was slightly too warm, and so I was trying to do liquid locks to isolate the various chambers, and all of the extra snow around kept melting and dribbling into it and contaminating them and messing it up. And then they would have polluted oxygen in it, which was off-gassing polluted oxygen into my gas pump instead of dealing with the hydrogen and making the vacuum that I needed. It's just such a hassle. Real life getting in the way of my nice designs. I usually just use cold areas for running cold water through. I'm beginning to see that this was a bad plan. And then piping the cold water through the hot areas. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my cooling loop. It's not quite enough. And really, all I really need to do is copy this design to somewhere that is not the middle of the base. But I thought, oh, it's too hot. Let's put it somewhere cold and that will balance out. Maybe not the cool. Also, possibly just because it's a little bit too close to the polluted stuff, and that is way harder to deal with. Like, maybe I could just build it into this granite area or something. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you've got to try lots of stuff. Absolutely. I always like to just give something a go. See what am I doing with it? How am I... what the problems are for myself. Have a go at solving them. And then see where we go from there. Yeah, so we've got a problem here with this little vent. It's slightly annoying. Because when it turns on, I'm going to have the opposite problem, that it's going to heat up and it's going to melt everything. And I was hoping that would be solved if I just walled it in. But maybe even that is a bit of a problem. Okay. What would be our other alternatives if I wanted to put it somewhere else? Where have we got room for that? Oh, these are pockets of chlorine that I really don't want to dig into until I have a clear plan for what I'm doing with the chlorine. I can put it up in a little area up here, perhaps. I do have this area just kind of sealed off. I don't know, I've built so much stuff down here and it's a bit of a waste. Oh well. Let's see if it evens out as we start to build up a little bit of this. Oh no, we're not going to build up the helium layer I need while I still have it open for working on it. I need to seal it off so that I can build up the hydrogen layer, but I can't build up the hydrogen layer until I seal it off and can fix it. This is going to be proving a problem on many levels. Maybe we abandon it. This whole misadventure has not turned out very well. Maybe I put it in this area, because then it's at least close to my saltwater geyser, which is my source of water. And the oxygen that goes back, even if it's hot, will pump through the cold area, rather than trying to build it in the cold area itself. Okay, new pattern. You've got to know when to adapt and give up. Discretion is the better part of valor and all that. That seems like a solid plan. Good. I am glad that you are corroborating my scheme. Let's get this stuff disassembled, because otherwise I am going to have people coming down here to fix the cold damage of it and wasting their time. You will need to leave ladders so they can traverse that, though. Oh, you are very correct. I am forever... Yes, they are super dumb. So many times I have had them wall themselves into a little room that I was trying to seal off, and they decide, oh, I'd really like to be on the inside of that rather than the outside. Thanks, duplicants. You are great. So smart. So clever. Yeah, let's cancel the deconstruct on these as well, just because you will need to reach the upper areas. Boop, 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 boop. No. You were already cancelled. Okay. Yeah, and I might need to build a couple of extra things. We are good for breathability. I think it was the right call to give up on bypassing the slime, just the algae distiller that makes it out of slime. That has really stabilized things while I work this other stuff out. The heat is still a little bit of a problem, but we will adapt and overcome. Excuse me, I'm just going to mute myself while I take a drink. Excellent. So, we're abandoning this. Get that all deconstructed. You will need some little ladders to get back. Ellie is constantly taking her little narcolepsy naps in the worst places. Ooh, but did all my poker shells die? Interesting. See why I kept getting onto you. Yeah, they are already as oh, have we got a second narcolep? No, is that the correct adjective form? Noun form? Yeah, right at the beginning, while stuff was all going nicely and it was all easily, I was like, no, I'm going to be nicer to my narcolepsy. Yeah, now it's, what are you doing sleeping in the toxic area wearing the suit? Oh, who made a mess? Yeah, you, because you've trapped yourself on the goddamn platform. You were absolutely right. Even though I tried to prevent this, they have already messed it up. Just build yourself a way out. There you go. Okay, good. We have semblance of stuff getting back to normal. Let's make it out of granite. We need some of this to stretch across like this to reach some of those other areas, I think. And if you are smart, you will use the things that you are deconstructing from the other things, please. Oh yes, we're spilling out water from these pipes. Is it deep enough? Yeah, we can mop. I think we will want to mop, because if it freezes into place, I think we're going to have some issues. Good work, good work, good work. Okay. Also wanted to try and get to the oil. Because I think the oil will be pretty useful as well. If nothing else, then because it has a very a good melting point. Sorry, freezing point. Melting point, freezing point, same thing. And I'll be able to use it for a bunch of stuff. Also plastic, which I still really need. Let's get through here. Yeah, this is all just polluted oxygen, nothing dangerous. I always a little bit paranoid and trying to check for, am I going to dig into something dangerous? Oh, you can reach these. Good work. Yeah, let's get this cleaned up. And have we got any other crises while I've been trying to deal with the oxygen problems? No, we do seem all right. This, I really need to get you connected up to one of these smart batteries. Where am I going to build that? where is the good place for a smart battery? Do I need to build it on the main circuit? I think I do, which makes it slightly more awkward. Can I restrict this? Yes, here we go. Lock that door. I don't want anyone going in through that way because you're not wearing the suits when you go through that way. Good. Now, I can build one of these smart batteries in here. I will want one of those pass-through tiles. What are they called? This heavy watch joint plate. So, we're going to want that to connect through here. And then at that point, I might as well build a little bit more. Just get this turned into nice, safe material. Connect you up through there. Build the smart battery. Out of refined stuff. Power connectors cannot overlap. What? Why? Oh, because okay. I have to build it off the power connector and connect it. I see. Slightly annoying, but what are you going to do? I prefer the Factorio way where I can just plug one output in directly into the input. Build that there. Wire there. Unreachable. Why are you unreachable? Because there isn't a ladder. We do that. That's a bit weird and annoying, but I think it will have to be like that to go around this vent, which is necessary for venting the incorrect gases and preventing them going into the machines. Oh, why is there a mess here? What's happened? What's happened? Who has made a mess? And why? What? Don't see anyone else. Okay, let's prioritize the mopping, please, guys. Mop errand. Put that up just a little bit higher. Good. Another blueprint. I really don't need another person. Oh, but I do need a little bit of coal. Yes, please. I will take that very happily. When I've finally got plastic, I will finally be able to sort out my unhappiness by getting into the individual bedrooms. I'm going to make some comfortable beds with that plastic, make them individual bedrooms, and then hopefully everyone will love me again. We will see. Why are you complaining? Come on. If I make these all priority 6, will someone come deal with them? This machine needs to be, I think, priority 7. We need a way of reaching these bits that we have not yet deconstructed. Are you? Yes, you are making of granite. Not. I'm still not quite used to having to deliberately pick my items every time. What is in here? Interesting. Maybe I should deconstruct that, but later. I don't want to give them too many tasks all at the same time. Okay, right. I was lost for a moment trying to think. What are we doing? What? You're still unreachable. Why? Why are you unreachable? You should be perfectly fine climbing up here into this area. How very odd. Just because you can't get in through that doesn't mean you can't get up there. Something wonky with that door. Yeah, maybe if I just deconstruct the door. It's not, not making a great deal of sense anyway anymore. It was an older thing when this area was overpressured. Oh, I know why. Oh, please do tell. That ladder, yeah. Is it... Can they not do little... Do they need 2 spaces? Oh, I see. I see. So it's actually this tile. Deconstruct that tile. And then we'll be able to get round. Just make it that middle ladder. You mean this one? I think the problem is that I've got a vent in the way, and the vent is... Yeah, I do see what you mean. But I think it's easier to just have this right ladder, in fact. Just because that vent, I don't really want to move it. There's a lot going on with it. I think your suggestion would have also worked as well. It was... didn't realise it was a vent. Yeah, there's a lot going on the screen in some of these tiles with all the overlapping stuff. And it's not always the most visually distinct. But we're getting there. And we're going to need to connect some automation cables. Where were those? Here. Automation wire. I need that and that connected to this, please, once you have made it. We doing okay? Let's have a look at what the errand thing we've got. I don't know what's going on or how to read that. It is getting made. We'll get there eventually. Yes, I know some buildings lack resources. I know I don't have the correct research station. I believe I need plastics for it. I really think I need another Atmosuit dock. Because I think I need more people working on this at once. I think I'm not making good use of all of the people that I have. I closed my... I repurposed my suit builder into something else. Where is my exosuit forge? Needs refined metal, which is another hot thing to make. That's kind of annoying. How much refined metal? 400 kilograms. 4. Here we go. Are you utilizing the schedule? Not really. I set up 2 alternating schedules right at the beginning and have been splitting people between them sort of. But otherwise, I haven't really paid attention to it. Is there a way I can do this better? Let me have a think about it. So if I made sure that I would need to separate the people that are good with the suits. Also, like in RimWorld, you can set them to do different stuff and different priorities, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I do have some priorities set up. So for instance, building is primarily, Frankie is really good at building. So they're like the tippy top builder. I guess I should set some other people on building. I've got my good diggers. Oh, no one is prioritized on operating anymore. I used to have people that were, I think. Maybe that was the people that died. So let's put you as an operator, as you're very good at it. I'm not thinking this through super much, but I'm just trying to make sure that everyone has some priorities, and I pick the priorities that are the dark red squares. Wish they'd show me the data for priorities and skills on the schedule, otherwise it feels like I need a dashboard. Yeah, I see what you mean, because you want to make sure that you have the people in the different shift with the matching priorities. So you got like a digger in each shift, but because you can't see the two at the same time, you're having to like move between them. Why did my phone stop that phone? Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's quite tricky to really optimize it. Yeah, it's doing well enough. I think my main problem at the moment is just that the suit wearers are limited by the fact that I don't have the required suits. And so I can only really have 2 people down in the section that I have declared as requiring suits. Here we go. Oh, almost. Hey, I told you 20, not 19. There we go. Is that what I have set on the other one? I feel like it'll be a problem if, yeah, 80-20. Be a problem if they're different, I would assume. Okay. Let's up the priority of these last little bits. How are we done for this? It looks like we might be done building the making the resources we needed for the suit station again. Yeah, the exosuit forge. So let's was up here last time. Is that the only space I've got for it? I think it is, yeah. So let's get you hooked up. This one everyone can reach. There we go. Someone coming to fix these. Good. And then we won't be over consuming the natural gas that we need. Because yeah, I don't, now that I know that these things switch off sometimes, I don't want to be just endlessly consuming. Yeah, we've got a quite decent backlog of it though. Oh, this is lowering a little bit. Little concerning. Not the end of the world. But I will have to keep an eye on it. And you could also set up an automaton, or is that what you... an automation, or is that what you did? An automation for what thing? Sorry, I'm back and forth between the spreadsheet and this. Yeah, no worries. Don't... no need to apologise. I do not demand 100% attention. Do you mean on this automation wire on the smart battery? That is what I am trying to set up to turn off the natural gas generators. When the natural gas geyser stop. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know how I would. So can I connect an automation wire to it? Is that how that would work? No. So I'd put a pressure sensor, I guess. Yeah. Oh, good. The bot that warns about ads works. I wasn't sure because I couldn't test that. Yep, you're on the right track. Yeah, so I could put a pressure sensor in here to turn it on and off based on what the pressure is. So what would I, if it goes low, we turn them off. If it goes low, I'd turn them off anyway. Is it that I need to force it on if it's high? Stop it overpressuring. Is that how these work? Let me have a think about it. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, thinking about, if you've got automation on your generators, I'm not sure if it's important. I think, so I heard you saying in your playthrough that I watched, the one that inspired me, was that, yeah, it may turn off the geyser because the pressure is too high. So that was the thing I was thinking I might need to check for overpressuring and account for that. But the ads have started, so I'm going to take a little break. I'm just going to stand up, get myself some more water, take a stretch, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. I know you're not seeing the ads as my one and only subscriber, and but there might be other people lurking, so I don't want them to miss out either. So I will be back in just a bit. And I am back. And you should be back from the ads as well. Welcome in, Mr. Gremlion. Gremlion. Not sure how you want to say that. Please let me know which way round you want that said. Welcome in. Sorry you arrived just as we were going to the ads. If it's above 5k on a tile, it overpressures. And if it's below 500, pump wastes electricity. So you put above 850 or so on pump. Ah, interesting. Okay. So, but there's two kind of concerns matching up here. We have, I don't want to be consuming gas that I don't need to if I am fully powered on my network. So that's what this is about. Oh, why are you? No, oh, we still haven't built that, and it's because we don't have resources, which is probably because we need one more of these. Can someone hop on this, please? If that's the case, I'd only worry about the battery automation. Yeah, I think I certainly can see that I can make this better if I also add a little bit of automation on here to stop it over or under pressuring. We can optimize and get it really good. But until such a point, I think this this automation will be plenty to stop these overdoing it. You are already disabled by the automation grid, and yet there is no wire. Is that because the moment you're connected you counters? I don't know. Why have you... What's there? You're just connected to each other, so why is the automation grid disabling you? Is it because the automation wire automatically is off and it requires a specific on situation? Maybe that is what we are looking at here. What do you have the battery automation set to? I have it set to between these 80 and 20, but it's not actually plugged in yet, which is why I was confused about it doing anything, frankly. Oh, you're trying to be built out of copper. Fine, let's not build you out of copper, because I don't think I have the correct resources for that. I need you to be gold. And then now you're not complaining that you don't have the resources. I also need to build one Atmo suit, please. Did we know why we... Oh yes, thank you for checking in. There's also now a check-in redeem. I don't know that I have got them lined up though, so they might have different counts. I should work out if I can get them to share count. I actually don't know whether they share counts because they are both triggering the same underlying action. Yeah, so they're not sharing counts because it's the command that contains the count rather than the action itself. I will have to see if I can change the action to be the thing that preserves a per user count. I think I'd just get rid of the command and stick to the channel points. Probably I will live losing one of them. But how will you know? To be fair, a bunch of streams at the beginning I didn't even have the command. So it's not even accurate for that. But yeah, I think I will disable that command and just have the channel point one. It's confusing having two anyway. You are waiting for... Oh, because I've tried to build you out of copper. But I kind of have to use copper. I can't use gold for some reason. Oh, welcome in, Tish. How is your day going? I hope you're having a good time. Let's make some copper ore so that we can make... some copper out of our copper ore so that we can make a suit, so that people can be less lazy and not have the excuse of, oh, but I couldn't possibly do my job because I can't wear the atmosphere suits. Okay, things are cleaned up down here. That is good. Let us dig another new hole this way. Let's do a nice big hole like this. And let's put some ladders in as scaffolding. And I also want to start digging over to the oil, because that is what we came down here to get in the first place, although we have gotten massively distracted by everything else going wrong. Okay, how are we for breathability? We are having problems with our breathability again. Why? Because we are running out of slime. The slime machine to turn to algae. Oh, And this just isn't quite producing enough oxygen for everyone. Okay, let's dig up some slime then, I suppose. Like this. Here we go. That should be lots of disgusting slime. Yeah, we are going to need that to let you reach, I think. Let's prioritize that. Let's get that. 7. Let's also dig into here. The slime that is here as well. Again, let's get that prioritized. 7. Constantly having problems with this oxygen that is stopping me doing the work to solve the problems with the oxygen. Kind of frustrating. I feel like I'm running on a treadmill and I never really quite make any progress. But we will see. Yes, you're digging up the slime nicely. That's good. Slime goes into the slime machine, becomes algae. Algae goes into the algae machines, becomes oxygen, and people don't suffocate, hopefully. How hot are we? It's warm, but it's fine. Saunas are lovely. Yeah, that's pretty normal, LMAO. Yeah, I think it's the one bit that I'm not so fond of in this game compared to, say, like Factorio, where you can kind of just be like, okay, I'm going to focus on this thing now and get that done. Whereas here, every time I focus on something, I realize I have screwed up a whole bunch of the rest of the base. I can't really take the time to knuckle down on solving one problem because another problem is always cropping up. I do also kind of wish that I could have some kind of highlighting for particular resources. Like we actually have some algae in here that I hadn't noticed. That I can just dig up some of that. And that might help alleviate my problem. We're algae here, but I don't really want to cut into that. Oh dear, I had a hiccup. I don't really want to cut into that and leave the possibility of polluted oxygen cut around. I play base builders and colony sims to feel like I'm drowning, but it's a 10 out of 10 delivery on that experience for me. I don't mind feeling like I'm occasionally drowning and I'm trying to keep things, but I like things to like stabilize occasionally so that I can work on stuff. Okay. None of you breathers. I'm not sure I even want a critter because the critter will also be breathing. It depends. A Drecklet. Let's look up what a Drecklet does. If it happens to produce oxygen, it's definitely welcome. Wait, how was it spelt? Okay, it is this thing at Dreco. They've got woolly fibers that only grow in hydrogen climate. They graze on some plant things so that they make wool. I'm not so concerned for that. Oh, but they do produce... Oh, closed it. They do produce phosphorite. Reed fibers could be all right. I think you can, but you have to let certain problems slide. Like if it isn't directly killing your colony, let it slide. You learn what those things are over time. Yeah, I think some of it is just my inexperience. I don't know what is a crisis versus what is just a whatever kind of thing. I don't think I need the wool and the phosphite or whatever at the moment, so I will just reject these and we'll see what the next thing they want to send us is. Slime supplies are back up, so hopefully oxygen will be gradually stabilizing. We can then, let's put a little bit of priority onto this so that we can make some gradual progress. Oh, and I made these out of sandstone. That's why it took a little while for someone to come do anything about them. Okay. Well, that's fine. You deal with that. And what have I tried to make these out of? Awaiting delivery of sandstone. That is a mistake I am always making. Is I don't want it made out of sandstone. I want it made out of something local. So let's do granite. This should be granite, yes. Damn it. I'm not holding shift. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to have to redo the priorities, I think. But we won't have to wait for resources to be brought from somewhere else. We can use things a little bit closer. Okay. Slime is good, algae is good, breathability is climbing again. Good. If we can dig into this, we can start making some genuine progress, I think. This we also want to dig down into the oil. But that's a lower priority, so they won't get to that for a moment. Did we build the atmosuit? Oh, we didn't hit the deliver suit button. That's why we don't have it. Someone can just deliver it from up there. Perfect. Good job. Now we can have slightly more people doing this. We're just going to slightly hit into that oxygen that we were just having problems with it. I think we'll do okay. Yeah, we're evening out despite that. Good. Well done, everyone. Let's get to work. Good. Now we've got 3 people able to go down here. Maybe we will make some progress into this. That is an unreachable build still. Okay, let's... Can I just deconstruct this door? I fear that the door is causing problems. Get it. Let's get the door destroyed. Same with this one. I feel like we should just deconstruct this door. See what is hidden in the shadows. Great. So, how are we doing over here? This is all working. I haven't broken this time. I was breaking it plenty last week, but it remains okay this time. Good. The critters I feel like I didn't take care of very well. They might have died in one of the low oxygen things. But that's fine. We can recover from that. As long as the duplicates aren't dying. There used to be something in here that was making oil. But it doesn't seem like that's a thing anymore. Some of you may die, but that's yada yada. Exactly that. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. And to be fair, it's only the critters. I'm trying not to let my duplicates die. I've only had 3 deaths. And 2 of those I still don't understand. In fact, all 3 of them I still don't quite understand. One of them was someone died in this carbon dioxide. I guess they got a debuff that stopped them climbing the ladder. And then the other was due to some construction things. We decided something became unreachable and no one could build it to get them back out again. But we haven't had any deaths since, so that's good. Are we not deconstructing? It should be your job. Why are you're leaving for some reason? I'm glad you didn't go straight to the usual thing of my dupes are here to do what I say and die, and that's it. I'm a kind and benevolent godlike overlord. I am trying to keep them all in happy states, low stress. I'm trying to keep everyone alive and well, and it's working reasonably well so far. Even if sometimes I'm like, why are you doing that? What are you? Great, we have dug into the oil. Perfect. This is what I was looking forwards to. And so, how do I make plastic? I should actually look at what was the... Is that polymer press? Plastic monomers into raw plastic? Maybe. Oh. What's a plastic monomer? Plastic monomers are organic compounds that can be processed into plastics. Yes. They can be used as packaging material. It doesn't tell me how to make one. Petroleum resin next to her. Don't really know. So I can turn petroleum into solid petroleum. Okay, I don't know that this is quite what I need to do with it. Crude oil can become petroleum by heating it and freeze. Unfreeze. Become petroleum in an oil refinery, including some natural gas. That seems like what I might want to do. So I need an oil refinery. Hi Harp, welcome in. How is your... Oh, thank you for the head pats. How's your weekend going? I hope everything is going well and smoothly and you're having a great time. And there is where the polymer press comes into the process. Okay, so I need an oil refinery. I do know how to make. How much space does that take up? Is that going to be big? Oh no, it's just like a normal size building. Its input is, I assume, oil. Its output will be the petroleum. Got natural gas that I'm going to have to do something with. So that could... I foresee a problem with transporting some of this oil. Because it's... The natural gas would actually be kind of nice to have up by the natural gas stuff that I already have going on. Oh, thank you for the head pats. I'm glad it's working this week. I think it had some weird problems last week, but I fixed it in between. I don't really know what I did to fix it, but it's fixed, and that's the important part. Barber absolutely wrecked my hair, but other than that, it's all right. I picked up the Alan Wake franchise since it's 87% off. Ooh! Hey, thank you very much for the subscription. You are only my second subscriber. You are in great company. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Alan Wake games are excellent. First one I really enjoyed. It's a bit janky, but like the storyline is really worth it. The second one, I've gotten right to the end, and I'm doing that thing I sometimes do of I get to the end and I can see how it's going to end, and therefore I kind of stop. And I don't know why I do that. I shouldn't. But it is what it is. Yeah, they're really good. Also, Control, which is set in the same universe, is one of my favourite games. Really like that. And yay, thank you for using my bats. I'm pretty sure you don't have to subscribe to use the bats. I think you can... I think they're follower only. I don't know how I've set them up, but... yeah, anyone who follows should be able to use the bats. And I'm very pleased with them. Excellent, yes, everyone can use the bats. But yeah, I will have to draw some more emotes as we go. I don't really know what I'm doing with them yet. I've heard, but I'm not great with spooky, but I'm going to try because the story I've heard is incredible. Yeah, they are spooky games, but they're not particularly like jump scary. So if you're like, if the thing you don't like is that kind of being jump scared and stuff, you should be fine because it's like a spooky kind of scary and a stressful kind of scary, but not like a boo kind of thing. So it depends what you don't like about spooky, but I hope you'll have a good time. It's a great bat. Thank you very much. I'm glad that yeah, people seem to be appreciating my slightly janky work. And yeah, I just need to decide what other emotes I need and try and draw some of those. I'm not very good with spooky, and honestly it wasn't very bad. I got spooked a little bit, but I just went into it not knowing it was scary and then never expected the scary. Yeah, like it, the horror elements I think are more in just the overall mood. Oh, I missed Ansync's message. Hello, I don't know how long I can be on, so probably will lurk in a while. Anyway, glad to catch the stream. Thank you for stopping by, Ansync. Always good to see you. And yeah, thank you for lurking. Going to be lurking now because I just woke up relatively recently. Yeah, I think it's quite early for you. Only inferring based on the fact that your streams take place super late for me. So I assume this is quite early for you. So yeah, thank you for the lurk. And I hope that you have a good day if it's only just beginning. So why is no one doing this? Can I just put it up to 7? Someone... Frankie thinks it's unreachable. Why do you think it's unreachable? Is it because this thing's in the way? Do I need to... Oh, I can activate it. I don't know what that does. Oh, and I can get someone to rummage in this. I already inspected this. Thanks, yeah, it's 9:30 AM for me right now. Yeah, I was up really early this morning. I don't know why, because I went to bed super late, and then I just woke up at 8 AM and just could not get back to sleep. It all depends on the day. I've gotten better with horror, so at least that's not... So at least... Let me try that again. I've gotten better with horror at least, so that's nice. I had to white knuckle my way through Subnautica. I hope to get used to horror enough to play Soma without issues. Subnautica is surprisingly scary. They didn't think they were making a horror game, but yeah, that gets me sometimes as well. It's not a door, it's a special building that's unpassable. Oh, I just assumed that they would be able to walk past it. I didn't realize it was an impassable building. That explains why we can't reach the other side to do stuff. Interesting. I don't really want to deconstruct it given that it's a special building. We'll see what they're doing when they operate it. It's blinking. So I think this is the thing that they were saying might make critters. That might be a bad thing. But yeah, so okay. If we can't reach this area because that's an impassable building, that explains why we are not expanding out here. But it does cause us some problems. We're going to have to go underneath or over the top. It's an amazing thing. Ooh, exciting. I will look forward to learning what it does once it stops blinking. These are safe to dig into. So I didn't hold shift. I'm always doing this. Okay, let's get this like that. Let's dig through under here. I guess we're digging out that as well. So that we can go around, because over the top has hydrogen. I thought for a moment it was chlorine. Hydrogen is all right. Yeah, let's see what this critter fluxomatic, waiting for a critter. Ooh, collected species data. Current status of light. So analyzes critters, transform base morphs into random variants of their species. Interesting. So I am going to have to feed that a critter in order to have it do something to that critter. I had a problem. Most of my critters died, which is not great. I could give it the hatch. What have I got in the way of eggs at the moment? Do I have any eggs? No. Hi, Lilith. Welcome in. Hey there, glad I make it. How's stream going? Yeah, it's going good. I am just trying to... I've discovered a new weird machine that does stuff, and I don't know. It does nothing to critters on first entrance. Okay. Well, we'll have to see what happens with the machine. But yeah, the stream goes excellently. How is your day going? I hope you're having a good weekend. You put them on the left, it spits them on the right, so you want to keep doors. Okay. Maybe I won't break this door then. Cancel the deconstruct of the door. A machine that does stuff. A mystery awaits. Yes, indeed. So I think I need to... It's going to analyze animals and maybe turn them into different animals. And that might be part of why this asteroid is awful. I don't really know. I've just got back from family, so very drained. Well, at least you can take some time now to relax and recuperate then. Yeah, family can be draining sometimes, even when you get on with them well. Sometimes you've just had enough socializing. An animal switcheroo. Yes, exactly that, I think. Yeah, so it seems like I give it an animal, it'll do some weird DNA magic, and then it will pop out a different animal, like a variant of it. But I don't have very many animals at the moment because I have been having problems with keeping enough breathable air, and I think the animals have been dying because of it. So that's not so good. We will see. Oh, we have more blueprints available. Any of them? Oh, algae. Yes, please. I need algae. That's not even a choice. Algae can be used to make oxygen so everyone can breathe. So, given that that's my problem, I don't want extra people breathing my air. I would like more air for my existing people to breathe. Okay, so we're clearing out some space here so I can build another oxygen producing machine where it is not going to start overheating my base massively. So, can I just copy and paste this whole thing? Is that a thing I can do? What? Who needs to breathe? I know, so greedy of them, wanting oxygen of all things. And yeah, I have a machine that makes it, so it turns water into oxygen and hydrogen. But it's very, very hot. And so it's turning this part of my base into a sauna, which they are also incredibly ungrateful to. Who wouldn't want a free sauna? But no, they're moaning about, oh, we have to work in the excessive heat. So yeah, so I think, right, let's start building something down here. So I'm quite limited in my side-to-side space. Oh no, this is hydrogen gas, so I actually can dig into that. I'm always worried about digging into chlorine, which seems like it would be very bad news. Free sauna is where it's at. How rude of them not to appreciate a free spa section. Exactly, exactly. Digging out this section, but not into this one, which really is chlorine. And some of that is sand. I don't want to dig too close to the sand because that can also just collapse. So let's dig out this much. And we can also see there's a security door here. Doesn't really go anywhere. So we also need to process some of the oil, for which I need a pump to suck up the oil. Where was that? Somewhere here? This one. How hot is the oil? Very hot. No one is going to want to go into that. Okay, let's just build the pump at the top here, where they won't moan that they are being boiled live. We need some pipe. We're going to need some power cables. I'm a little concerned by the power cable situation. No, I've made those out of the wrong thing. I need to make them out of, not copper, because I don't have very much copper left. I need to make them out of gold, because weirdly, I have loads of gold, and I have no copper. Okay, if we can get that building, and build our scaffolding over. Let's put this more scaffolding in here. This is mostly hydrogen as well, so we could expand up further if we need to. So while they build that, I'm going to have a quick drink of water. So we are now getting that connected up. We're getting this area built here. I think this should give me enough space. Did you enable proximity? No, I don't know what that is. What should I be doing to... What is enabling proximity? Oh, priorities. Yes, I've got some priorities. Oh, that was on the previous dig. Yes, okay, let's get these at the slightly higher priority. Let's focus on that. No, it's an option here. Very hidden. Oh, really? Where, in like the game options? No, go to priorities. Okay, go to priorities. Duplicants will choose what errand type to perform using their duplicant priorities. Oh, are these priorities? Yeah, these ones. Options here. Oh, enable proximity. Enabling proximity settings tells my duplicants to always choose the closest, most urgent errand to perform. When disabled, duplicants will choose between... Oh. Oh. Oh, whoa, I just realized you hit your follower goal. Congrats. Yeah, thank you very much. We actually hit it before the stream even started, which I feel like seems to happen every time I set a follower goal. I'm like, oh yeah, let's set this follower goal, and then by the time the stream starts, we've already hit it. And maybe I need to be more ambitious. Maybe that's where we're going. But I had my most recent TikTok about making my silly little bat emote really took off, and so I got way more followers than I anticipated, which obviously I'm not complaining about. That is a great problem to have, but it's real first world problems. Oh no, too many people are following me, and it keeps completing my follower goals too quickly. People love goofy little guys. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so now that I've enabled this proximity priority, maybe that'll mean people are not running back and forth. Thank you so much for telling me about that, Mr. Gremlion. It's so cute. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I had a good time drawing it as well. Like I'm no good at drawing things really, but you don't have to be good at things to have a go. Is that going to connect, or is that going to make it two different poles? Because it would be nice if we had a little bit more swiftness coming down. I'm still debating what goofy little guy I want to make. Yeah, it's also hard to just think about what is it you even want to do. This one was a suggestion from Bernard, who was like, oh, you should make a bat. And I was like, oh, actually, yeah, that is a good idea. So that's where that came from. And yeah, so now I think I need to take a look at what are some of the other emotes people have, like what are the general kinds. So like, I guess one of the ones where I think Harp, you mentioned last time, one where someone is writing in their little notebook, like those noted ones. I need one of those, probably. Yeah, I don't know what else. It all comes with practice anyway. Yeah, exactly. I'm never going to get good at it unless I have a go. Yeah, it's you know, I'm having a fun time, which is arguably the most important part. You know, if I didn't have a fun time making the emote, then that would have been a shame. Yeah, so I'm just consulting what did I do in my previous design here. So difference this time, I want to use insulated tiles because it gets very hot, which I had not anticipated. I need a helium chamber. So if I start up here, say. Oh, I also need to fit in the hydrogen. I keep saying helium when I mean hydrogen. So hydrogen, I need to fit in a hydrogen generator as well. So let's start planning out where this is all going to fit. I think if we put that there, we then do a pump. So it can go here, I suppose. Did I need room either side of it? I need room just for the... actually, it doesn't need a wall between them, probably. So let me move it over. Let's do it that way. Then I need my actual hydrolysis machine. Meep, of course. What's Meep? I actually don't... electrolysis, that's what it's called. Electrolyzer, there we go. We need an electrolyzer. That needs to be slightly lower. I also need room for a gas gauge. So I think it needs to go here. Slightly annoyingly that these are in the way. It's a dupe, one of most famous. Oh really? I didn't realize there were famous dupes. That seems weird to me. I don't really pay much attention to the names of the dupes or anything. So yeah, let's get these. If we get those deconstructed, so I can then do the electrolyzer in there. Yeah, so that is 2 steps down and 2 steps over, which is there, right? With one clear diagonal in between. Oh, Ricebo, thank you for the subscription. Welcome in. I hope you are having a lovely weekend. Hello, hello. Hello, hello indeed. This could actually go one higher. So there. I saw you on YouTube Shorts. Ah, excellent. Welcome in. I'm glad that what you saw clearly made you want to come have a look and subscribe even. Yeah, we're just playing Oxygen Not Included at the moment. You have pleasant vibes. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's the kind of vibes that I hope to give off. Yeah, I do hope to be a relaxing and inquisitive vibe, basically. I'm going to need to remove these. That is not how you remove them. That's how you remove them. Remove these, dig that out. Going to need to dig out space around these because I want to put insulated tiles around them. This is going to have to change to insulated tiles underneath. And then have I done this weirdly? I have. This actually does want to be, I was right first time. It wants to be slightly lower. So if I build that, then I can build these like this. Yes, here we go. That's starting to come together. I'm starting to see the picture now. Perfect, perfect. We're making this out of sandstone. It's the mistake I always make. I don't think there is sandstone here. What have we got here? Sedimentary salt, sedimentary granite. Got loads of sedimentary rock on the floor. Let's stop that. I would like you to do these. Switch your material. Do the sedimentary. Thermally reactive. That doesn't sound good. Okay, let's do granite. Oh, I don't think I actually clicked the button. Order a rebuild. And then we will make these out of granite. Not like that. I am forever making that mistake. Okay, good. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. He's the main character of Occupational Upgrade official video. Oh, someone was telling me about those official videos last time. I forgot to, I was going to check them out during the week, and I forgot. I should write that down. What have I done with my notebook? Here it is. Let me make a note of occupational upgrade. Yeah, I'll check those out because that sounds interesting. I want to see what the actual contents of that is like. Okay, yeah, this is going better with granite. Good. They have 21 shorts already on their YouTube playlist. Are these a recent thing that they've been doing, or is this? Because obviously the game is relatively old. So are the shorts old, or are they a newer thing? Oh, something made a happy noise. I don't know what that was. Probably one of the dupes getting a skill. I think they've been doing them since beta. Okay, so these are a classic thing. That'll be interesting to see. Because I did have a go at this game ages and ages ago. A friend had recommended it to me. I gave it a try. I didn't really understand what I was doing, and it all went horribly wrong, and everyone got sick. And I kind of gave up on it. I think I played it for a couple of hours at most. And so it was only more recently that I saw another streamer, Gremlin May, play a bit of this, and I was like, oh, maybe I should give it another go. And then because I started streaming, it was, yeah, it seemed like a good one to have people able to help me in chat. Makes it a lot less overwhelming when I can be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and someone is there to be like, oh, you should try this, or have you considered this? So yeah, definitely I'm having more fun with this game because I'm streaming it than I had when I was playing it by myself. Have you got yourself stuck there? Oh, look, it is Meep. We were just talking about Meep. I have a Meep. I hadn't even processed that. Have you just sealed yourself in, Meep? No, good. You are not completely incapable of working out what to do. Outbreak Shorts is 8 years old. Okay, yeah, quite a while. We're getting this done. This is actually building over here rather than in this. We don't have stuff constantly melting into the spaces and causing problems. Some games defo are better with other people around. Yeah, I absolutely like. For some games, obviously, it's you can get problems with people around spoiling stuff, whatever. But this isn't the kind of game that someone could spoil, I don't think. And I'm quite happy to be backseated as long as it's not people going, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. Oh, why didn't you do this thing?" It's like, well, because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm new. But yeah, having people that can just be like, "Hey, have a look at this. Try doing some of that." Just yeah, it's just very nice all around. So I need one more insulated tile here. I'm going to need to cut into these so that I can put a little spout where I can pour some liquids there, and then I will be almost ready to do exactly what I was doing up above and have it working in this area. But I need it to be working in this one. I'm going to need to put pumps on the oxygen side, which I didn't on the other one, because I'm going to need to pump my oxygen all the way over to my base. There's no point making a whole load of breathable air where nobody is. Okay. Oops, we've had a little bit of collapse here. That's okay. You weren't dangerous gas. You were just more hydrogen, which is what I'm going to be making anyway. I think I do need to disassemble these bits. This is hopefully going to be self-powered, but I'm going to need it to have a little bit of power to get it started. Let's clear out just a little bit more space so that we can build this other side. Okay. Need to connect those up so you can get up there. If we can get the space to get this sorted, we are also going to need a bit of wires. So build these out of gold amalgam, please. So these need to all connect up. We're going to need to connect up to some other ones here. Actually, let's do it this way instead. We are going to need some gas pipes because you are going to need to pump gas to there. You are potentially also going to need to vent out to evacuate this right at the start. So let's get that connected up. Gonna need, yeah, so I think when I calculated this before, I need 2 pumps on the oxygen side because it produces more oxygen than it does hydrogen by mass, which makes sense. I am starting to wonder, how am I going to seal this off in a way that it is reachable by the dupes for maintenance, but doesn't let the oxygen out? Do I need another liquid lock? And if so, how am I going to construct that in the space that I have? I've kind of run out of room to put too much more here. So maybe I will need a mechanized airlock instead. Oh, actually, I need to cancel that because that is where it needs to go eventually. But before we get to that, I am going to need a bottle emptier to bottlify this. Can we get some of this swept up, please? I need it not to be off-gassing. What is off-gassing here? Oh, we got chlorine gas. That's not good. Why do we have chlorine? Is something producing chlorine? Bleach stone. Oh, okay. Bleach stone is making chlorine. Bleach stone, yeah. I just put that together, Mr. Gremlion. Or Gremlion. I'm not quite sure how you want that said. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do something with that because I think while we're in the Atmos suits, it's actually fine for us to be in chlorine. I see that we actually have quite a lot of it now. I've dug through this portmanteau of Gremlin Lion. Ah, okay, so I was saying it right. First of all, Gremlion. 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 Excellent. I will endeavour to continue saying it that way. Yeah, so I evidently dug into a bunch of this chlorine-producing stuff without paying attention. I was very worried of digging into actual pockets of chlorine and less worried about digging into things that produce chlorine. So we're going to have to do something about that. But we are about to have some ads, as the bot helpfully reminds me. So we must all participate in capitalism. This is the price that I must pay in order to have my channel point redeems and allow subscriptions and things like that. So Amazon must show you some adverts. So in that time, it'll be 3 minutes. I will pause so that nothing is missed. And I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, pop to the bathroom, and I would encourage you to do the same. And I will see you all after the adverts have run. Thank you very much if you stick around to continue watching me afterwards. And welcome back from the advert. Assuming you are back, you should be back according to the tools. Yes, the curse of affiliate. I've only very recently hit affiliate, so it's all a bit new to me still, but it is nice having something that reminds me that I should get up, have a stretch, and not just stay sat in exactly the same position for 3 hours. So, Mr. Gremlion says, usual way is to have a bin in a small pond with priority set at 9 for sublimators, oxalite, bleachstone, polluted dirt sometimes. Why in a pond? So I see what you're saying about making sure that we have a little box to put everything in for those things. what does it being in the pond do? So let's build... Well, I could put it in this pond, I suppose. Is it that they won't off-gas if they're underwater? Is that what we're exploiting here? Things don't off-gas if the pressure on a tile is above 2 kilograms or so, so you put them in 1 ton of water. Ah. Also, I have to head out, but it was fun hanging. Thanks for coming by. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I will drop by yours later. And thank you for the lurk, Lilith. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Okay, so we need to put it under a bunch of water. I see what you're saying now. So if we put it under... yes, I see. So that's at like a ton, which is way over pressure for off-gassing. I've got it. Thank you for explaining that to me. I always like to know why I'm doing something rather than just doing it because someone told me. Oh, what did I build that out of? Granite. Good, yes. Let's pop you to quick higher priority. Get that built. And I think I'll do it just for the bleach stone to begin with, given that is causing me the problem at the moment. Oh, there's a whole section of sublimators. Okay, yeah, let's do that at high priority. So fill that up with the bleach stone, please. And now, hopefully, I won't be pumping out chlorine into everything. I'm very glad that I made people wear atmospheric suits down here, because until relatively recently, they were only wearing the oxygen masks. And I have a feeling that chlorine would be very bad, because you don't want chlorine getting in, or like on your skin or in your eyes, because it'll dissolve into liquids and form hydrochloric acid. I had to go away almost immediately after my first message. What's on today's agenda? So we are currently trying to... we've given up building the oxygen machine in the ice biome. The melting ice and the freezing of the liquids was causing me way too many problems. And we're building it now down in this biome instead, where it's still pretty close to our salt water source. But we're not going to have problems with the cold. And then we can pump the oxygen through the cold to cool it down before it comes out in our base. So that's the current plan. We've also just about started tapping into the oil, but I'm trying to do two things at once, and the oxygen is my priority for now. They do get an irritation, but they can even swim in magma and survive a little. Wow, these duplicants are incredibly hardy. And yeah, and Mr. Gremlion explained to me how to store my bleach stone underwater, because it was pumping awful gases everywhere. So what do I want? What did I do here? So I used a little bit of polluted water underneath and regular water on top. I could do the same here. So what are my liquids that I've got in my not liquefiable liquids? So I don't have any polluted water. That's strange. I guess it's because it's all in my loop now. So I have salt water and water. So if I put the salt water on the bottom, because that should be denser. Let me double... Oh, what am I ticking? Oh, that was just pinning it to the side. Okay, let me put salt water underneath. We just need to get... We can get this lock set up. I think we're getting pretty close to starting the oxygen. We're going to have to run some oxygen pipes. But that shouldn't be too bad. Are you bringing my salt water? Good job, Frankie. Okay, when that drains, because I learned the hard way that unticking it while it's already in there boots it out. There we go, and then let's put a little bit of water on top. I'm going to be lurkies, but I hope you have a great stream. Thank you very much for the lurk, Rice Bio, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, and thank you very much again for the subscription. Okay, I've got to keep a close eye on this while they're loading it up, because I don't want them to load in 2 bottles and flood the machine, because that would be its own problem. Oh, I'm losing some over the side. That's not quite what I intended, but I think this is still going to work. Okay, and we can deconstruct this now. We don't need it anymore, assuming that this little dribbling isn't going to make me lose too much of it. I think we should be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Nobody panic. I'm going to need a desalinator, which is kind of the annoying part of it being a salt water thing that I am driving this off of, but I don't have much choice. That probably means it's not going to be net positive, which is a slight pain. But, you know, things are the way they are. We're going to need some gas pipes. Why are these building out sandstone? Out of granite, please. Connect you through. I'm going to just bring you down to a vent for the moment, because we're going to need to create a vacuum at some point. Are you planning on switching to this system entirely or keeping both running? Certainly in the short term, both running, because this doesn't quite produce enough oxygen. In fact, I can see already that we are having another oxygen dip. So this isn't quite producing enough. So I am going to keep them both running in the short term, but long term, I do eventually want to transition to this being the primary provider of oxygen, because I'm not going to get overheat problems if I do it that way. Why are we've got slime. Is it because no one's operating this? This is at 7. Pipe block. Output pipe is blocked. Oh. Why? So that will be why we've got this problem. This output pipe is blocked. Why is the loop not moving? That is a problem. Is it because this is full? What's feeding into this? I feel like we kept things from... It is this. This is over... Oh, thank you for the check-in. And thank you for the head pats. Speaking of the head pats, I did actually find a... what's the word I'm looking for? Like a different asset. That's the word. A different asset. Because this is the free one that comes in just with VTube Studio. But I did see a different asset for the head pats that was a bit nicer. So I might try and do that in before the next stream. Thank you for this follow, Yuka or Yuka. I don't know how you would like that to be said. Please let me know if you have a preference. Yeah, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, nice. There is a whole set of redeems. Yeah, I've got a couple of redeems now. We got some TTS as well. I think Harp was the first person to redeem a TTS last week. Thank you for the head pats. Yeah, and thank you for the check-in. You said it perfectly. Don't worry. Excellent. Welcome in. I'm glad. I hope you're having
I'll do it again.
There you go. Yeah, so we've got some TTS. It is on a cooldown, so you can't be too annoying about it. But yeah, thank you for the TTS as well. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day, Wayuka, and that your weekend is going well. So I need to get rid of some of this polluted liquid that's in here. For that, I am going to need a liquid vent. There we go. Thanks, I had a good day. How about you? Yeah, a bit of a rough day today. Last night I was with some friends running a game of Blood in the Clock Tower, and people kept topping up my glass of wine, and so I consumed rather more than I would usually drink, and so I was feeling a bit sorry for myself this morning, but all self-inflicted. This is not going to drain, is it? Because maybe it will because of the overflow. Oh man, hope you're feeling better. I am now, yeah. I was rough this morning and feeling a little unsteady before going into the stream, but I think the actively doing something is often the best medicine for that sort of thing. You know, you can sit around in your pajamas feeling sorry for yourself forever, but eventually you're going to have to actually, you know, get dressed, start doing something just to take your mind off it, and then you're generally better. Yeah, it's been a long while since I've had a hangover. I'm not a massive drinker. Like, I like a drink, but I don't drink very much. We not building you that? Running games while on substances is a double-edged sword, speaking from experience. Yeah, because you're so focused on other stuff, you're not paying the same level of attention that you usually would to like how much you're drinking. Here we go. Yes, so when we overpressure, we will go and vent down into here, and then perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. So that is using the same principle that I had over here for bypassing the water sieve when the loop was full. So we should keep the loop exactly topped up and no more. I've been sitting inside the whole day playing games. What better use of a Sunday could there be? What games were you playing? Oh my god, I love the bat. Thank you very much. I drew it myself. I'm not good at drawing, but I wanted to have a go at doing myself because you'll never become good at it if you don't do it. And there's no way I am going to let AI do anything for me. So I would much rather do it myself. I was playing Genshin and Roblox and Wild Rift. I have not played any of those games. Genshin because I don't think I want to be playing gacha games, because there's only really two outcomes, which is that I don't like it or that I do like it and then spend loads of money on the gambling gacha stuff. And neither of those outcomes seems good. Roblox, I don't know, just some unfortunate exploitation of child labor kind of things they've got going on with Roblox, which makes me a little iffy about it. And I don't know what Wild Rift is. Is that a League of Legends thing? Why do I feel like that's a League of Legends thing? I can make you an emoji for you if you like. I'm very happy drawing them for myself for the moment. I like, part of the reason I like doing this streaming stuff is because I'm learning so many new things, and I just really like learning stuff. So, yeah, you know, for the moment, I like doing it myself. Hand drawn over AI any day. Absolutely. As a professional bat expert, I can assure you the bat is perfectly anatomically correct. Excellent. I did Google bat and bring up a Google image search to have like a, how do the wings connect? What do the feet look like? So, you know, even though it's very rough, I have tried to actually imitate a real bat. It is a League of Legends thing. Oh, good. I used to play a lot of League of Legends, and then I kind of realized that just wasn't really having a very good time with it. And that a lot of my time was spent being miserable because people were shouting at me. Which, you know, is not what you really want from a game. The out is what I want to connect up. Great, and then the in. You have to go. And then we won't connect it yet because I want to make sure that everything is sorted before we go plugging it in. Yeah, I rage quit a lot, but I still find it fun somehow. As long as you're finding it more fun than you are finding it rage quit worthy, then that's all good. I just realized, you know, I would have like one game where I would enjoy myself and then I'd have like 3 where I wasn't. So I was like, why am I doing it to myself? I mean, at that point it was a bit sunk cost because I'd been playing it for, I don't know, 10 years. I started when it was in beta. And most of the friends that got me into it had already stopped by that point. My partner at the time was still playing and we'd play together. But oh, a raid. Yalp, welcome in. Thank you for the raid once again. How was your stream going? Were you playing this as well? Let me do a shout out. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Ash. I'm a very new streamer, and I'm still working things out as I go along. Only very recently hit affiliate. And yeah, the main thing I think I bring here is curiosity and a desire to learn, which I bring to my streaming as well as the games I'm playing. Welcome in Dreft Drum, sorry. Slightly hard to say that. Indeed, always looking to stay with my current game, mostly. How is your game going? You're playing with the dinosaur DLC, right? Or something dinosaur-y related. Bit more advanced than my basic vanilla game. I hate how useful jet suits are. They're also a big hazard. I haven't even got to jet suits yet. We're barely using atmospheric suits. I only discovered literally, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago that thanks to Mr. Gremlion, that there was a thing I could tick to make people do nearby jobs. So people have been running back and forth across my entire base the entire time. Hey, how many hours you have for learning this game? Let me see. Let me check my Steam. So I've played for 22 hours in total. About 3 or so of those hours were a very brief game I played, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago or something, that I didn't really get what was going on. So call that more like 20 hours or so. I have been playing this with the aid of chat helping me know what to do. So pretty early. You need another 200 now. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's where we're going. I've got things keep going wrong and I keep having to do things. I keep making mistakes. I tried to build my oxygen machine in the ice biome to deal with the heat, but I kept having melting problems and freezing problems, and it was just a nightmare. So we scrapped that. That was a mistake. Okay, I have to go. Thanks for stopping by, Ansync. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, have a lovely time. Loki's sad I just joined, but I got to go again. See you all. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Wayuka, and thank you for the head pat. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. Any mods? No, I don't have any mods. I'm playing it totally vanilla. No mods, no DLC. I just like to have a feel for how the game is working as a base before I start going and adding stuff to it, because then I don't know what's part of the base game, what's part of this, a mod or a DLC. And it's complicated enough as it is already. So I'm just playing it vanilla for now. The thing with proximity, it's in a radius, so if something is on the other floor or the side of the wall, it is close. Okay, but that's still better than running across the whole base. Oh, thank you for the follow, Yelp. Thank you for thank you for following. But yeah, I have proximity on as well. Yeah, it does seem more useful than not, because I'm pretty sure people would just be running back and forth across the base, swapping what they were doing just because of their various priorities, and generally causing problems. We are down on the oxygen again. Why? We don't have algae, but we should be processing slime into algae. Are we not? We are. Is there a reason that you are not operating properly? There I was wondering why you didn't pop in the follow section for the raid. Yeah, I was pretty sure you followed me before, so it's strange that you can follow me again. What problem do you need to solve, and you need our help? So the main problem I'm trying to solve at the moment is my oxygen, which I keep running out of. And I have this one little oxygen machine that is producing far too hot oxygen, but at least some oxygen. And I have a algae distiller that should be taking my slime, converting it to algae, so that I can provide for some of these other things. So I don't know why we have stopped for the moment, because this is priority 7, which should mean that they are doing it. Dupes are known to cause problems and mischief. Yes, the dupes are often, as I'm building something, walling themselves inside or deconstructing something so that they're left stood on a ladder, and then complain that they can't get anywhere. Pretty sure I didn't unfollow. These things just glitch out sometimes, and it, doesn't save it or whatever. Right, got to get some dinner. Have fun, have fun. Don't let the shine bugs bite you. Take care. Thank you very much for your raid, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. You need like 3 of them to have more oxygen than they are consuming. Oh, okay. So my problem is that I actually need more algae distillers. I can do that. Because I have the slime for it. And we're in a slime biome, so even if I run out of slime, I can just make more. Yeah, here we go. Let's... oh, they need power as well, of course. I need to learn which F key is which button. Plug them into the power. You can convert polluted oxygen to oxygen with sand. That's true. I do have some of these deodorizers that do some stuff with that. I don't know. It feels like that's going to be difficult to get in a process as it comes in. And also, I don't know whether that will do differently, but I remember that other things didn't kill the germs, even though they made it not polluted. And so I don't want to pump germs in, even if I'm cleaning the air. Yes, those open pocket below with polluted water, and place them near. Ah, yes, because the polluted water will produce polluted oxygen, the deodorizer will clean it up, and then it will be clean oxygen. Germs are dying in oxygen. Oh, okay, so they'll just gradually die off. Oh, I actually do have a little bit of Lyme lung germs in here. That's not good. Why is that? So, for instance, this could actually become a source of oxygen if I were to get the balance correct, because I need to make sure that I am deodorizing fast enough that it will it's taking care of the oxygen. So I could do it that way. I think for the moment, since I've just set up these algae distillers, let's see that they are how they're dealing with the problem. And then because I should hopefully be getting this online relatively soon. It keeps getting hijacked by other concerns, which is my main complaint of this game. Every time I start working on something, it's like, oh, now there's a crisis that you need to deal with. So actually you have to do that instead. You can use that polluted water to water reed fiber, then you get rid of germ polluted water. Oh, interesting. So I do have a little reed fiber thing. I actually switched it off because it was causing me problems just with the way the layout. It was causing backflow along my circuit, and I kept basically overflowing the toilets, which was not good. So it's disconnected for the moment because I need to move this bottle drainer. That's actually what I need to do with it. But I could. So this polluted water could be going in to feed this hydroponic farm. I could do a bunch of those. And so that will get rid of the germs as well, will it? So let me take a look at the germ overlay. So yeah, there's no germs on those. Yes. Okay. There's so many solutions to each of the problems. I think I'm gonna let's focus on these for now. So if I can get this up and running, because then I can have a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of oxygen provided by this. Sorry, I lost track of my thoughts as I was trying to think and speak and do this as well. But so let's build the pipes. I just follow where my existing pipes go. Yeah, there's something pleasing about piping all the stuff the same way. And then this can come out here to a vent. So that's quite a lot of piping, but we'll get that built, and it's coming through here, which will cool it down, so I won't have the overheating problem. This, I think, we can seal off tentatively. No, we can't. We have not got the pressure sensors that I will need, actually. So, let's build those. Where is the gas pressure sensor? Not the gas pipe element, not the thermo, not the germ. And let me just copy the ones I have. Atmos sensor, that's the name of them. Okay, I was looking for the wrong name. Ah, it's under automation. That's why I couldn't find it. So I will need some of these to ensure that these never fully depressurize. So that's going to be a problem if they do. Automation wire. Make it out of gold because I've got loads of that. Need to connect to the pumps because they're the things that are going to fully depressurize it, which would, I think, be a problem. Although they will need to fully depressurize it to begin with. We can sort that out as we are priming it. Okay, we're nearly there. I am feeling positive about this. Because yeah, I think once we got this providing oxygen, we should be in a much more stable position, rather than relying on the algae, these diffusers that can't get the algae they need. Yeah, because we are not breaking even as it stands. So hopefully this will help us break even, get us into a good situation, and then we can start worrying about other things and small improvements. And I made that out of sandstone again. How very annoying. The classic error I make where I just let them build it out of the first resource, and it's the one they have to walk across the world to pick up, rather than the one that is next to them. That's fine, that's fine. We'll get this done. Hopefully they'll be slightly faster about it now because of the... I've turned on that proximity priority stuff. Yeah, we're doing okay with our natural gas. That's not getting close to overpressuring, which was something I was concerned about. But it's not happening just yet. If we can get these made, it will take a... Oh, breathability is dropping real low. I'm very concerned. Why are you not operating correctly? I've got to go for a time, so I'm going to leave you up in the background, catch you around. Thanks very much for stopping by, Harp. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Yeah, I'll probably run for another about 20 minutes before I stop, because I am going to need to eat at some point. So I will, if you are gone for a time, I will probably have finished by then. But yeah, I hope you have a good evening. Pipe block. Didn't I solve that problem? Okay, so we've got a pipe problem ongoing. So I think we need to adjust the way we are handling this plumbing situation. I think this needs to bypass that, which I think means I'm going to need one of these to be a block. And so because I think we're not flowing nicely, and that's causing us problems on our slime conversions. Yeah, we're still working on these. Good work. Yeah, nearly there. I feel like we've made some good progress this week. Last week I felt like I was only dealing with crises and not really making progress. So to have made some good progress this week, I think mainly by abandoning our plan to build in the ice, I do feel better about that fact now. Still haven't had someone gone and open that door. Fine, whatever. We've got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, I haven't used the machine. Waiting delivery of sandstone. I've made it out of sandstone again. I keep mentioning how I make that mistake and then I don't fix it. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, yes. Are we flowing now? And then let me make sure I only snip plumbing so that you're going directly that way. Okay, now you still think your pipe is blocked. What are you talking about? Is it because the other one is root? So do I need to... Do I need to do this instead? This seems silly, but... After that conversation we just had, what did I go and do? I made it out of whatever the first material it selected was, not out of the local material. Right, let's see if it's because of the way they're flowing past each other and it's not... Yes, game doesn't like green into green. Go around or place a bridge over output. Yeah, I think that's what I am seeing now. It's not very happy about the way I have set this up. And so I think if I route round and they join on separately, I'm hoping that that will provide the setup I need. And so they won't be blocking each other. Yeah, so we got these building nicely. Good, getting the wires laid down. It's weird. Bridge output pipes will merge same elements, but buildings just don't, despite having same exact green icon. Ah, I see. So a bridge output would flow on properly, which is why it works over... Somewhere over here I'm doing the same thing. This one. Why this one works. But a building won't do it, which is why these need to go around. And then let's... reclaim these bits when someone is free. Great, okay. Now we can have all three machines going, we can provide the algae we need, and hopefully deal with our ever-dropping oxygen situation, which is getting worse and worse and looking more and more alarming. Yeah, these are the little things that it would be really difficult for me to work out were I playing this by myself, and so having you around to tell me where I'm going wrong really makes all the difference. Okay, should be getting some of these machines coming online soon. We're at least operating. We'll give it a moment for breathability to go up. I do see it climbing slightly. We were at 79 a second ago. So that's a good sign that we are underway. How are we doing over here? We haven't built the automation wire. Are we out of stuff for it, or is it just no one's got to it yet? We have fully connected up out here. Perfect. I need to be careful that I don't vent anything poisonous out that way. Let's do a quick check of the gas vent situation. Yes, not connected. Good, because I need to vent out some things down here first. Excellent. Send green signal if above. Say that. Is that how I have these other ones set up? How is this one set up? This is the closest. Green signal if above 230. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing I want on these ones. So green signal if above 230. Let's do it the same, just because I know that that one is working nicely. Green signal if above 230. We don't exactly want it to do that just yet, because we're going to want to evacuate. Oh, we haven't quite built the last segment. I'll leave it a moment. But we're going to want to create vacuums in these sides first. Then we will be able to, especially on this side, we can create the vacuum that we need. Get a little bit of hydrogen into there. We can then, I think, seal it up. We might need to do a thing on this side as well. Excellent, excellent. We have got that done. So we're going to start machines, I think. So that involves connecting up this and connecting up the water pipe. We should now start to see the machine work. Once it produces a little bit of hydrogen, we're going to need to... Getting wrong element damage. Why are we doing that? You shouldn't be connected to there yet. And on the automation one, I don't want you connected yet, because we're actually trying to cause a vacuum on this first. I think it's... Gas pump disabled by automation grid Y. Because it's stuck on red. It's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying. Okay. Send a green signal as long as the pressure is below it, I think. Let's do that instead. Let's I need to evacuate all of this, like carbon dioxide and everything. If I've only got hydrogen left, that's okay. I just need it to not have any of these other gases that are going to cause me problems. Diluted oxygen. We're nearly getting there, I think. We're having some power issues. Okay, yeah, I did know we're on a bit of a loop that's not the best. Yeah, we got way too high potential load over here. Okay, are we down to just hydrogen gas? Are all these cells hydrogen? Hydrogen. Vacuum, that's fine. Hydrogen. Yes, okay. Now, the electrolyzer can start doing stuff. Why is there an empty pipe warming? Something wrong with the pipes? You are connected to here. Are you not processing correctly? Where is the water going? Is it because you're not getting enough power? Ah, but you did get a little in there. Okay. What do we got? Oxygen here. The oxygen can't get into it because it's polluted oxygen rather than straight oxygen. I get it. I get it. Okay, so this needs to start pumping out polluted oxygen. We're not building up hydrogen in this area either. But now that we are in what should be purely hydrogen, we can connect up so we can sever and disconnect the vent and connect up the hydrogen generator. So we're once we start pushing hydrogen into here, we can start making power, and we can stop having these problems we're having. Are we going to be able to do this? I'm slightly concerned about sealing this up. I think I need a mechanized airlock. It's not ideal, but I need something to sort of keep the air in, but still allow people. It's annoying to put yet more power draw on this when it's already suffering a little. Yeah, we're working hard on all of our generators. We are apparently out of coal, which is a problem. Air is still a bit risky. You're pumping away, doing nothing at the moment. We're going to build the door first. Once we've got the door built, you'll start evacuating. It's going to be a little bit tricky because we're going to need to get a dupe in to do some adjusting of bits and bobs inside, which will let a little air in. We're trying to get this. So, if we can get the polluted oxygen at least out of this tile here, that's what I need. And then I can get the oxygen into this tile and get it starting, priming the dividing. So we're nearly there. We're getting down to vacuum. We've got hydrogen gas at the moment. That's not a big fan of there being hydrogen here. That's fine. We'll work that out. We've got some max gas pressure problems at the moment. We're still getting a little bit of polluted oxygen. Once we can get rid of that, we're almost online. It's so close I can taste it. Oh, but we just suddenly got a bunch more polluted oxygen. We don't have something producing polluted oxygen here, do we? Oh, we're down to milligrams. We didn't produce a load more. We just changed units. That's why. Okay. We almost here. We're almost at vacuum. We're just getting there. You're stopped because pipe blocked. Exactly the same problem I was having with the other one. Let's fix that. I feel like this is going to potentially upset our situation with the others, but I've done the same mistake I made on the other one, where I actually need to connect them like this, because we can't just go past a green output. Next time, better to bottle the gas, then you can use this gas to prime a room. Oh, I didn't even think of bottling gas. And no overpressure. I see, yes. If I could let out just a little tiny bit of oxygen in exactly the right place, I wouldn't need to do this vacuuming situation. And I could prime, if I could prime exactly there with a bottle of oxygen. Tricky. And of course I let in more polluted oxygen while I was faffing around. And I get you too. I want to build something there. Make this your priority. Build that. Destroy that as your top priority. Frankie. No one can be trusted to do their jobs, can they? There you go. You coming back. You've now decided that you are going to do it. Okay, let's the oxygen out. Oh, I should have switched this to send green if above. 230. You need to reconstruct this one. Make a cheap liquid lock staircase from tiles with some liquid on it. Oh, you mean in case of in replacement of this door? I think the problem I have is I don't have enough room to build another liquid lock here. Like obviously I know how a liquid lock works because I've got one working here, but I just yeah, I'm having some issues actually getting it to fit in this space when I've got other stuff here. I guess maybe I should just destroy some of this. Build a tile on top of the doors to the right. Yeah, I think maybe I just need to build it out here. Get that doing stuff. No more oxygen will go to the chamber. Let's destroy this as your priority. I think we are going to... Oh, I destroyed too much. I destroyed too much. Don't do this to me. I'm forever forgetting that there's stuff underneath other tiles. But we should have now hydrogen on one side and oxygen on the other. I think that should be working. I will work on that liquid lock because I think that would be a definite improvement over the airlock. I think the airlock is going to be causing me some problems. We're having some power problems on this side. That's fine. We'll get you online soon. We're almost there. I am going to on my gas version. Let's snip this and start sending our oxygen. Make a tile when I wrote, and then you'll have liquid lock. Okay, so build tile on top of the doors to the right. Top of the doors. Build a tile on top of the doors. So you mean where the insulated tile is? Or... I'm not quite sure where you are saying I should send it. One lower than on top. Oh, what, there? In this block here? Here. Yeah. What are you? No one doing that. But we have successfully got the machine started. It is pumping oxygen. Hit F4. Oh! This is a new overlay that I haven't looked at. Gas. And you'll see that water is blocking. Oh, I see. Yes, because I've got that little bit of water that had dribbled there. Oh, I haven't used this overlay at all. So this is really helpful. And I understand what you mean now. So it's because this is already blocking this tile. So by having a little thing here, the oxygen can't move through because there's no tile. Yeah, that's great. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're going to have ads in just a second. Let me pause those because I am actually about to stop. No point having some ads. If I snooze those, ads snoozed. Perfect. Okay, well, this is a great point to stop because, first of all, I have learned that F4 overlay. That's going to be super helpful. And we've also got this machine, I think, working. So this is a great place to stop because I need to go and have myself some dinner because I am going to starve otherwise. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who has dropped by. Thank you especially, Croc, for your help at the end there. Better to save as if something will broke, then you are not lost all. Yeah, I did think that immediately after I did. Like, oh, maybe I should have kept one of these saves. Oh, yeah, it's fine. I'm sure we will survive. So let's find someone to raid into. Not be right back. Oops, I yeah, messed up my thing there. Okay. Let me see who I can raid into. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Croc. I do this every Sunday, except I will not be doing this next Sunday because it's Christmas and I'm visiting my parents. I also have a Discord. If you want to join there, and oops, I sent that to both the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. It won't do anything in the YouTube one. If you if you want to stop by my Discord and I'll give updates on when I do stuff. It's also where I put my between stream objectives that I set myself. I always try to learn something new between the streams. Oh, thank you for the head pats. That's where I kind of post what am I learning and what's my progress on all that. And so thank you for stopping by, everyone. And let's see who we are going to raid. It was a good stream. Thank you. Thank you very much for stopping by. I put you up on my TV. Oh, wow. That's being on the TV is a lot of responsibility. I hope I fulfilled it well. Okay, let's raid Neki. She's another VTuber who's been very helpful. She's raided here before. She has a great vibe, and I'm sure you will have a lovely time with her.
I just can't.
She's currently playing Palworld, which I've never played.
I'm way too sweet.
But yeah, thank you for sticking around. One of my objectives was to work out a raid message. I still don't have a raid message, but let's say maybe if we do.
I told Wifey this when we were playing.
Warm.
Ivy is my weakness.
Of
everything that looks
silly
medieval,
bats.
stony, or like a wooden cabinet in the woods, or like in a snowfield. I'm down for it, and I love Ivy so much.
Something like that.
Whimsical,
so yeah, if you want to,
like,
please send that message.
I'm sorry, Wifey,
and yeah,
room will be
please be kind to Neki and her community and represent us well. And I'm sure you will have a lovely time with her. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a lovely rest of your weekend.
Fake Ivy. And I love Ash for your raid. Thank you so much. I appreciate you rating me.